morning. Hi guys. Happy Wednesday. All right. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Um, I have to think about the day. I'm like, I think it's Wednesday. Yeah. Hopefully you guys have a good Wednesday. Um, and I just wanted to hop in before it gets too hot because it's been extremely hot here. So, um, I think it's been getting up to like 115 degrees, like literally. So it just feels like you're inside of an oven. Like seriously, I've been like baking, like for real. And I like hot weather, but it's hot. So I just wanted to hop in before it gets too hot, you know. And so and wish you guys a good day. um, yeah, hopefully everybody's been doing good and stuff. I just been vibing, trying to stay cool and stuff, just like everybody else here. So yeah, hopefully everybody's doing good. um it's so crazy because like I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was like literally walking. I think I was walking into the store. Like that's how hot it is. Like the bottom of my sandal just felt like it was on fire, like literally. And so it felt like it was melting. Like it was so hot. And so it's been super freaking hot, but it really has. And it's crazy. I remember there, like I even seen like this older couple. They were coming into this restaurant, and like the lady, she was breathing so hard, like she was just like done for, dude. She was like, "It's so hot." That was yesterday. I was like, "I know, man. I know. I feel your pain." It's been super hot, but it's expected here, so you know, I just gotta get used to it. It's so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So it's so crazy because I remember I told you guys I still listen to, I don't listen to it as much now, but back in 2019 I would listen to tarot. It was like fresh, right? When I first started to listen to it, right? I was listening to one of my favorite readers, and we listen to her all the time, right? And so I would listen to her Virgo readings because I'm a Virgo, of course. But so I would listen to her Virgo readings. And I don't even know if this one was for Virgo. I'm not for sure. It might have just been like a general message. But I remember her doing one, right? And I remember it so vividly. Like I have a really good memory. Like I just have photographic memory. So like it just helps me like remember everything that happened, I guess. And so I remember I was in my room and the kids weren't home. I think they were gone that weekend. When whoever I was with at the time, he was gone. He's probably overseas or something, right? And so I had the house to myself, and I remember it was around my birthday, so I know it was in the summertime. And I remember I was like chilling. I was in my bedroom, and I was watching the reading. You know, I was trying to find something to do, so I was watching her reading, right? And I remember her talking about this story about this girl. And she was talking about this girl, how this girl was going through a lot, right? But it seemed like everything around her was like falling apart and like getting destroyed, and like all this crazy stuff was going on around her. But it was like she kept walking straight through it. It was like she's walking through fire. And like nothing was really touching her, but everything was just like falling apart. But she's actually like walking straight through it, like she's walking on fire, like literally, or walking through fire. And she's talking about how she was like some type of healer, right? And it's so crazy. I think she's talking about her being like a Western healer, or something about being on the West Side, right? And how she's a healer, but like everything was going crazy around her, but it's like she's just walking straight through it, you know? And she said more. I don't really recall everything, but that's just the gist of what she was talking about, right? And for some reason, I just felt so connected to that her reading. For some reason, I always did, right? To certain ones, and so that one was one of them, right? And I was just like, this is so interesting. And so that's before my life went crazy, like literally. So I remember after, like towards the end of her reading, she was talking about how she started singing a song, and she's saying that this song reminded her of this woman. And so she started singing a song, and I think it was This Girl Is on Fire. And so she started singing it during her reading. And then she was like, I'm going to put the link to the song in my description box. So if you guys want to go back and listen to it, you can listen to it, because she can't remember the name of the song. And I actually listened to it after she was done. And I was like, that's a cool song, you know, because I never heard it at that time. And I was like, that's a cool song. And so the craziest part is that after the reading was over, right, I left the room, because I was in my room listening to it. I remember leaving the room and to go get some more water. And so when I opened my door to my bedroom and I was walking to the kitchen, it reminds you there's nobody home but me, right? So the kitchen was pitch dark. There's no lights on. It was early in the morning still, so there's no really light coming through the windows at all. There was a little sunlight coming through the living room windows, but it was dark in the living room too. And so I walked in the kitchen. I was about to turn the light on, and I got freaked out because when I walked in the kitchen, it was dark, right? And but we had like this cardboard box like by one of the dining room chairs, and it was so dark that like I could see everything, right? Kind of. I could see this light. Okay. So I walked in the kitchen. There was this light, and it was like on the ground by one of the chairs. And it was like this light reflecting off of the cardboard box, right? But it looked like a fire. Like it was like blue and bluish white. And it was just like flickering like fire, right? So I literally thought there was a fire going on in the kitchen in the corner on the ground. I was just like, what the heck is that? So I was like freaked out. I was like, that's weird. And it was like flickering like a fire, but it was like a light, like a blue light. And it was just like flickering like it was a fire. And I was just like, what the heck is that? And so there was light coming through the living room, like from the top of the window sills, like but it was so far away from the kitchen, and how the light was like on the ground, you know, it was like away from I don't see how it would reflect all the way to the ground, you know, so it just didn't make sense. So I was like freaked out. I was like, I literally thought my kitchen was on fire. So it was like a blue light, right? And it was like flickering off of this cardboard box on the ground by the chair. And I was just like, that's weird. And it was in a corner, right? I was so freaked out that I didn't even walk in the kitchen. Like I went in my room, back in the room, and I grabbed my phone, of course, and I took video. I still have the video, I think. And so I started recording it because I was like, what the heck is that, right? And it was so weird just how it looked, how it was flickering. It's just flickering just like fire. It's so weird. And I thought it was so creepy because I had just listened to her reading, right, about the girl walking on fire. And so I was just like, this is so crazy. I don't even think I walked in the kitchen. I took a video, I think, and then I called my mom and I told her what was going on, and I sent her the video. And she's joking around. She's like, oh, it's probably the extraterrestrials. They're probably just visiting you. I don't know. I was like, that's so weird. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. I think she's just playing great. But I was just like freaked out, like literally, because what I've just heard, you know, and it's just weird. So I think I ended up just turning on the light to the kitchen. Like, I just freaked out, you know. I was just like, that's weird. But that's a real true story. Like, seriously, nobody was home but me, and I was just like freaked out. So after I seen that, I was just like, I felt like a strong connection to that reading, and I was like, that's so weird that happened as soon as I got finished watching that reading, you know. And I already felt connected to it. And so and that was like in August of 2019. So that was like way before coronavirus hit, and before stuff hit the fan, literally, for me at least, and I'm sure for everybody else. But I think it's so crazy because, like, now that I look back to it, it's like I never would have thought I was gonna go through half the stuff I went through, you know, and I didn't expect it at all, like any of it. And so just me looking back to how I was back then and just chilling, you know, and just like thinking everything was normal, and just to find out everything wasn't, you know. And now that I think about it, when I go back to my mind, when I think about that time, it's crazy because I never expected, I never thought I would have to go through any of this, you know. And it's crazy because a lot of readings that I remember back then, it's like I could go back now and I'd be like, or I just think about it, I'd be like, that's so crazy. Like, I would never thought that was going to be me or resonate with me so well, you know. And because I wasn't going, I didn't think I was going to go through, I was chilling, like literally. But now I think about it, it's crazy because I did go through a lot, you know, and I don't know, it's just like everything she said in that reading, it was just crazy now that I think about it. But I think after that day, it's like more stuff started coming out, and it just got realer and more real each time, and until everything hit the fan, you know, until I actually left and stuff. And stuff started getting crazy, you know. So I don't know, it just reminded me of that freaking reading, because now whenever like the radio station, they'll play that song, and every time they play that song, I always get chills through my whole body because of that day, you know. And so it's like really crazy because I didn't even know, I've never heard of that song back then, you know. And so that was like my first time hearing that song back in 2019. And by me listening to it for the first time in the room, I still remember listening to it, you know. And it's so crazy that now I'm so familiar with it. And they play it on, whenever they play it on the radio, I just get chills all the time because it's crazy because of that day. And I never expected to go through anything I went through, you know. So it's kind of shocking every time I hear it. I just be like, I get chills like all the time. I'm like, I can't listen to it anymore. It's so crazy. So I don't know. I just thought about that story because it's been so hot. And it's just so hot, you know. And my sandal was super hot yesterday. I was just like, oh my God, I felt like I was walking on fire. But no, I guess it's sorry, tongue twist. I guess it's expected here, you know. It's hard to say those two words together, I guess. It's expected. I guess that's expected here. I guess I could say that. And so I guess I just got to get used to it. But I don't mind hot weather, you know. It's just hot. But it just reminds me of that freaking song. So every time they play it, I just get chills, you know. So especially after seeing that light in the kitchen. It looked like fire, literally. Like, I was so freaked out. I saw the video, and I'll watch it sometimes. So it's so crazy. But I don't know, it just reminded me of that day because it's been so hot, you know, and it literally felt like we're inside of an oven. So everybody's trying to keep cool, you know, and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. But I just wanted to come and say hey and wish you guys a good day and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to hop in before it got too hot. So I'm about to go and chill and do me. So I'll see you guys later. I'll probably come in a couple days, but I hope you guys have a good day, and I love you. Bye.